Hi guys, I welcome you all back to my channel. My name is Aisha. In today's video I'll be showing you 3 ways of drafting rush bust dress with pleats at the shoulder, without pleats at the shoulder, and off shoulder in details. If you are new to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video you will be notified. God bless you all. I have my pattern paper here with me. So this is our starting point. I will be drawing the chest line, bust line, under bust, and the waist line. The length I'm using is 18 inches from the shoulder to your waist. The chest line I'm using is 9 inches, and the under bust I'm using is 15 inches. The bust line I'm using is 10.5 to make it a straight line. So this is our chest line, bust line, under bust, and waist line. That I'm using is 16 inches. You divide your shoulder by 2. 16 divided by 2, that will give me 8 inches. But I will be making use of shoulder darts, and the shoulder dart I will be using is 2 inches. That means I will add 2 inches to my shoulder. 8 plus 2, that will give me 10 inches. So here I'll come here at the shoulder here, I will measure, instead of me taking 8 inches, I'll measure 10 inches. So this 10 inches here. So I'll come downward. I have 9. I'm making use of 9 inches for the armhole length also. So here I'll measure that same 10 inches. Make it a straight line. So there's it. And here I'll come to the armhole line. I'll come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. So I'll come to the neck. I'll be making use of standard neck measurement, which is 3 by 3. So you shape it. You can make use of your hand, and you can also make use of your French curve. So this is it. This is it. So now I'll come here. I'll look for our midpoint. I have 8 here with me. You divide 8 into 2. That will give us 4. So, and this is 4. So here I'll go inward by 1 inch. Notice is the front aspect. Go inward by 1 inch. And I'll be taking the circumference measurement now. The bust I'm using is 43. You divide your bust by 4. This 43. Same thing at the bust line. The same measurement you use at the chest line is the same thing you use at the bust line. And the under bust I'm using is 37. This 37. The waist I'm using is 41. So this 41. So now I'll shape it. So you give it. So now I'll be giving it armhole curve. So from here I'll shape it. So you can see this is it. So now the bust span I'm using is 9 inches. You divide your bust span by 2. So 9 divided by 2, that will be giving us 4.5. You come to your bust line, you measure 4.5. From here, you measure 4.5 inward. So you come to your under bust also, you measure 4.5. To your waist line also 4.5. And you make it a straight line. And you make it a straight line. So this is it. You come to the shoulder. This is our shoulder. You measure whatever you have there. You divide it by 2. Whatever you have here, from here to here, from this point to this point, whatever you have there, you divide it by 2. So I have 7 inches here. 7 inches divided by 2, that will give me 3.5. So this 3.5. So these are our midpoints. So from there, I will straighten it so to meet this point. So this is it. So now we create our darts. From here, measure 1 inch backward and 1 inch forward. So this is it. So so you can see. So this is our shoulder darts. So now we'll come to the waist line. We'll measure 1 inch here also and 1 inch here also. So I'll come here, I'll create our waist dart. So from here to this bust point also, draw your dart. So you can see. So this is it. Create our neck. I'll come to the under bust. This is the under bust line. I'll go upward by 1.5. This is 1.5. And I'll come to the under bust here at the side also. I'll be going down by 1.5 here also. 1.5. So this is 1.5. So from here, I'll be giving it shape. So you shape it from this point. From this point here, from this point, you shape it to meet this point. So you can see this is it. So I'll come here also. From this point here, you shape it to meet this point. You won't shape it on that dart. You will not shape it on your dart. You can see. So this is it. You can see it. So now I'll come to the upper part here. I'll be giving it V shape to this point. I'm making use of 3 inches for the width already, and you can decide to use 4 inches. It depends on how you want your neck. So but as for me, I'm making use of 3 inches for the width. So I'll be coming down from here. I'll shape it. I will give it V shape to this point. So this is it. So this is our V shape. You can see it to this point. Hope you are cutting it out now for you to see. I'll come to this line here. So I'll cut this dart. So I'll come here. I'll cut out this dart also. Cut it in a way that you can remove, that you won't cut everything. You can see the way I cut it, so you can remove it, that you won't cut everything, the whole dart. So now if I, you can see it now. So if I said I should close this dart at the neck, you can see how wide this place is. Hope you can see it. So this is it. You open your dart. This is the, I cut out this. I remove the dart. When you remove the dart, this is the dart. So I remove the dart and I close this shoulder dart. You close this shoulder dart like this. You can see it. So you close it. You place it this way. You can see this place is wide now. So I'll be using my mastering tape to hold it here. So you can see it. So this is it. V-neck out. So this is our V-neck. So here I'll be cutting out this shape. Now this is our under bust. So you cut out that shape. So you can see that this place is equal. You can see that's the reason why I said you should not shape it. When you are shaping it at the side and at the front here, don't shape it that with it. If you shape it that, this place will not be equal. These two will not be equal. So you don't need to shape it that. Just shape this side and the front aspect here, so that when you place these two together, it will be equal. You can see it. So I'll be using my mastering tape to hold it. So you can see this. You can also use this pattern to create it in an off shoulder way. You come here to create it in an off shoulder. You know, if you are cutting your off shoulder, you will need to remove like 4 inches or 5 inches at the shoulder. So for us to have it in off shoulder way, so you come to this line, you come to the shoulder line here. So you can come downward by 4. It depends on how you, maybe you are, it depends on you. you can come down by 4 or 5. So as for me, I will be coming down by 4.5. So let me come down by 4.5. This is 4.5. You can see this is it. So from here you can just give it that shape. You just curve it and give it. So I don't want to make use of this. I'll be making use of, let me make use of viral. So you can just give it that shape to come this way. So you can see. So you just come down this way. You can see it. So that's all. So that's our off shoulder pattern if you want it in off shoulder. So that's why I'm making it on another paper for us to add our inches that we cut out and the inseam that we'll be using for the sewing to hit. So for you to get your the one that you cut out, you can see this is the dart that I cut out here. So this is the dart, and this is our under bust, and this is our waist. So you come here, whatever you have here. So here I have 1 inch here. You can see I have 1 inch at the under bust that I will be adding back to it. At the under bust I will be adding 1 inch back to it, and at the waist I will be adding 2 inches back to it, because if we didn't add these inches back, it will affect us when joining everything together. So you need to add your inches back to it so that you won't be short of material. Leave it this way. If you don't want gathers at the shoulder here, you can decide to leave it this way and place it on your main fabric to add your allowance to it. But if it's the type that has gathers at the shoulder, so we need to slit it. We will give it a slash and spread method here, so that for us to get that gathers effect. So now I will come here. For me to get that gathers here, I will come down by 5.5. So I'll be coming down by 5.5. This is 5.5. So I'll make it a straight line from there. I'll straighten it this way. You can see. So from there. So I'll come here, come to the upper part here. Whatever you have there, you can just divide it to how you want it. So I'll start from here, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, another 1 inch, another 1 inch. So you can see 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. So from there, so I can decide to have 1.5, 1.5, another 1.5. So this is another 1.5. So it depends on how you want it. So from here I will slit it this way. Yeah. Here. This side, and here you can just measure 1.5 also if it's up to 1.5, and if it's up, use of it. But if it's not up to 1.5, you can make use of 1 inch. So I'll be making use of 1 inch there. So I have 1 inch. So this is it. So now I'll come here and slit it. So you know, cut it to the down part. So you see. And just cut this back side, the back one. I will reduce this so that I won't be confused. So I'll reduce this back. So this is it. Just label it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'll cut it out. So the first one, now you now cut it to the end. So this is the first one. So you can just place it this way. You can see. This is the second one. The third one. Depends on you how wide you want your. So the fourth one. You can see. Depends on you how wide you want it. So for us to get our gathers effect at the shoulder, so we have it this way. You can see. Another paper to cut it out. Paper here with me, so I've placed it on it. You can see this is it. So this is 5, the fifth one. You come here, you place it this way. So, and this is the fourth one, the third, and the second one. So this is the first one. So the first one, you come here, it must tally here. So you can see. So let me use my mastering tape to tape it down. So you come here, you can see, just tape it down this way so that it won't move. So and the rest will arrange everything. So you arrange everything very well. So you can see here. So make sure your dart is laid very well. So now you come here, place it this. So this is it. And just use this to hold it here so that it won't shift when cutting. Can you see it? So this is it. So our darts, the darts that will cut out, and the inseam allowance to hit now. So this is the bust. I'll be adding 1.5. So this is the bust. I'll be adding 1.5 inseam allowance. So and this is the under bust. I'll come here. I have 1 inch already for the dart that I took out. So I'll come here. I'll add my 1 inch plus 1.5 inseam allowance. So I'll be so you can see. So this is it. So you can just come here to shape it. So this is it, and you come here also, give it ample shape to this side. You can see it. So this is it. So you come here and cut it. So these are our gathers at the under bust. So there's the gathers at the under bust. You can see there's it. So now I will be cutting it out. Here I will be adding ½ inch to it. The ½ inch for the joining. Remaining the down aspect here. Let me cut those. I'm using my mastering tape to hold it so that it won't shift when cutting. The 2 inches that will cut out, you return your 2 inches that back to it. So you come to the side here. I'll measure 2 inches, these 2 inches, and I'll be adding my 1½ inseam allowance to it. So this is it. So I'm just straighten it here. So this is it. So from here you shape it. And here you add your ½ inch to all this side and to the down aspect also. Now you can easily place it on your fabric without adding any allowance to it, because we've already had all the inches that we need. We've already added to it. So just place it on your main fabric to use it to cut it out. So, and that's all about the front. And as for the back aspect, I have a video on how to basic body. So you can go there and watch the video on how to draft basic body, so that you know how to draft the back aspect, because the back aspect is normal basic body. As the normal as the drafting, watch out for the sewing. If you find this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you have any question or suggestion, you can drop it in the comment section below. Kindly subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Thanks for watching. Bye.